Well, hey there, and happy Tuesday. Well, y'all, I've had a day to try to get used to this hair situation. This is what I was trying to talk about yesterday about why I don't do bangs because they have a mind of their own and they just start wanting to do weird things. So that's why I don't care for bangs, but that's not why I'm wanting to talk about today. I just thought I'd let you know that I'm trying to get used to it. So that's as good as it gets right now. But I'm sure that you probably saw, I'm assuming that the thumbnail I'm using is me holding my fruit. That's not meant to sound weird. Look at that. Today I went and bought bananas. And surprisingly enough, I bought them from the guy at the pet store where I buy all the cat food and cat litter and stuff. And I actually cut this like in half. This was like twice this size, but I gave some to my landlady because it's like it was way too much. I would never eat all these bananas, but these are the kind of bananas that I like. I've talked about them before a long time ago. That not all bananas are the same. Like Chiquita bananas, those kind of bananas, I can't stand those. I cannot stand them. To me, they are so mushy and just, I don't know, they don't have much flavor in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people absolutely love them, and that's fine if you do. But I didn't know what a banana tasted like until I moved to Thailand and I had one of these. These are just amazing. Pull one off. As you can see, they're short and they're like fatter than regular bananas. The texture of these are so good. They're a firmer texture, unless they're like super ripe. I like bananas that are not very ripe. Once they start getting like totally yellow, like a Chiquita banana, that's way too ripe for me. These are so good. They are so flavorful, and they have such an amazing texture to them. I love these. And then, a little while ago, I was sitting here, and I could see this really long stick, a pole, going up into the trees across the street. So I came to look and see what was going on. And it was my landlady, who's short, with this huge pole going like this up in the trees because there's mango trees all over there. So I was standing there watching her as she was like knocking these mangoes out of the trees. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This one's one of the more ripe ones. But she gave me some. These aren't, ripened yet, but that's okay. And this one's on its way to ripening. But they're delicious because she gave me a couple the other day. And I had one of them. And oh my gosh, it was really, really good. So it was pretty cool. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to eat one of these. It was too tempting. So it's really cool that there's like all these mangoes up here. I mean, there's tons of them up in the trees. So, yeah, that's nice. Free mangoes. Gotta love that. And that's Slim over there barking, of course. These are so good. They also use these here to make there's a couple of different things they use them for. They make these fried bananas that are out of this world. Where they slice them like strips, and then they fry them in this batter stuff, and oh my God, they are so good. But you got to get them when they're hot and fresh, because if they've sat there for a little while, they don't have the same texture or flavor. I mean, the crunch is gone, so then they're kind of like chewy, and they're just not that good if they're not hot and fresh. And then they also do like this grilled banana thing. They have this little grill thing, with coals and stuff underneath, and they grill them. And those are good too. And it seems like, I think that comes with some kind of a sauce or something. I can't remember now. It's been a long time since I've had those. I like those a little less than the fried bananas, because those are just, oh, so good. But yeah, I'm like all excited to have some yummy fruit. It's funny because I don't get fruit that often. I don't know why, because I love fruit. It's just not something that I get very often. But here, it's like they don't have, or I never see, my favorite fruit, which is a plum. I love plums. I haven't had a plum in so many years. Too many years, way too many years, decades probably, since I've had a freaking plum. I don't know why. It was like, even when I was in America, I didn't buy them that often. It was rare that I ever bought any. But that would be my choice usually. If I went to the store and I saw that they had some nice looking plums, I was always buying plums if I did buy fruit. That and strawberries, which is another one that you can't really get here very easily. And when you do get them, they're always like these little itty bitty things most of the time. They're really small. But, sorry, just like all this traffic, of course. But yeah, fruit is one of those things where it's like I love it, but it's just not something I eat that often. But here they do have some really good fruits. I mean, these mangoes are always good. And they also, and I'm assuming it's these same mangoes, they also sell these that are like this, but they cut them in slices. And then they have this like, I'm sorry that Slim is just barking his head off. They have this stuff that's like a sugar and pepper kind of a thing that you dip it in. It's I don't know, it's weird. It's like I'm not crazy about it because it's a spicy kind of a thing that you dip these things in. But these are good just to eat, if they're sliced up, they're crunchy. And they're good just to eat, like that, just plain. And I would say, let's see, what's my favorite fruit here? I love those little things that I recently got. I don't know what they are. They're almost like little miniature mangoes. I forget what they're called now. But my landlady had given me some. And I was like, oh my God, these are so good. There's not much in them because they're really small. And you have to take the peel off because the peel is like really bitter. So you have to take the peel off, and then there's a pit on the inside as well. So there's not much in it, as far as the actual fruits. So you kind of have to eat a lot of them. Excuse me. But they're so good. And I've been trying to figure out, like, what would I compare that to? And I don't know if it's I wouldn't say a peach because I don't like peaches. I think nectarines it's like peaches and nectarines are similar. I'm pretty sure nectarine is the one I'm thinking about. And I would say it's closest to like a nectarine. Oh, but they are so good. But they've got some interesting fruits here. A lot of them are a little odd. And like the durian, I know there are people who absolutely love durian. No. Oh my God, the smell. Those things smell horrible. And the taste is even worse, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because I know I have spoken with people who absolutely love it and think it's like one of the most wonderful things on the planet. But just to tell you, if you've never smelled a durian before, let me put it this way. In Bangkok, there are lots and lots of taxis in Bangkok, and there are signs on the taxi that say that you cannot bring durian into their taxi cab because it will stink it up and the smell will not just go away as soon as you take it out. It will linger. It's like, oh God. So yeah, I saw that with my own eyes in Bangkok, that taxis have these, like they have like a little picture of the durian, with the little circle and the little mark through it, and it says it, and it's written in English and in Thai, so it's, or at least that's what I saw. I don't know if all of them are that way, but that's what I saw was, no durian. And you can tell too, like when you go to the markets, the outdoor markets, you can always tell when someone nearby is selling them, because you will start smelling it long before you see it. It's like, oh, yeah. I was given some, God, probably back in 2013. I was visiting with some people and they had some and they offered me some. And that was the first time I'd ever tried it. And I was like, it was really difficult because I didn't want to seem rude or anything. And I didn't want to seem disrespectful, because here, I think a lot of people might feel it's disrespectful if you don't accept food or something, when it's offered to you. I mean, I'm sure that, if you had an allergy or something like that, they would probably understand that. But I think otherwise, you're kind of expected to try the thing that they're offering. So I did, and I was like sitting there going, I mean, I literally thought I was going to be ill. It was like, oh my God. And I was just, I thought, okay, I've got to find a way to get rid of this. I think I got a napkin or something and just kind of, yeah, it was really bad. So yeah, I don't recommend that one. I mean, I personally cannot recommend it. Other people would say otherwise, but oh God. And then at New Year's time, they sell them all the time. You can get them now. These little round things. I forget what they're called. There's a name for them, and I'm sorry that I can't think of it, but they're these little things. I don't know how to really describe them. It's unlike anything I've ever had, but they have different kinds. It's really good. If you get the right kind, it's really good. Well, I bought one in a 7-Eleven one day. I mean, usually you buy them from vendors or whatever, but I don't know why at this time of year it wasn't like popular or something maybe. I don't know. It wasn't the time of year where you find them real easily or something. And I wanted one, and I went to 7-Eleven and I saw that they had some. And I went to go pay for it, and they charged me like a lot. I was like, for this? And I was thinking, this doesn't seem right, because I've spent, usually it's like 30 baht or something for one of these things. And they were charging me like 127 baht for this thing or something. I was like, what in the world? But I paid it because I was like really wanting it. Got home, bit into it, and I was like, oh my God. It was made with durian, and I had no idea. Oh my God. And because the writing was in Thai, I had no idea that it was made with durian. And maybe that was why the price was higher or something. I don't know, but oh my God. That was so horrible. I just couldn't believe it. But there are, I don't know what the difference is with them. There's just some that are different than others. And if you find the right one, they're actually really, really good. I wish I could think of what they're called, but they're round. And then they have this like printed red, like design on the top that kind of flakes off of her. It's so hard to describe. I'm going to have to go buy one. Hopefully not one that's durian. And I'll have to show it on here. That'll be my mission tomorrow. I'll try to make a note to remember tomorrow to see about picking one of those up so I can show you what in the heck I'm talking about. Some of you may already know what it is I'm talking about. But anyway. So yeah, I'll have to look for that. And tomorrow is the big day. Poppy goes in to get his last feline leukemia vaccine. And then after that, I'm going to ask the vet again tomorrow, when can he be around lightning? Because I know it's still going to be a couple of weeks at least, 2 or 3 weeks probably, before he still can be around lightning. Can you believe this has been going on now for over 4 months? And when I first got Poppy and I was going through all the different, getting all of his vaccines and everything that he had to get when he, as a kitten, and then finally starting the 2-shot thing for the feline leukemia. When I started in the beginning, I thought it was going to be like a couple of months. I was sitting there thinking, God, it's going to be like 2 months before he can be around lightning. I had no idea it was going to be over 4 months, approaching like 5 months before he could be around him. That's crazy. But tomorrow I'm supposed to take him for that. And then, as far as I know, I think he'll be done with all vaccines and everything for a long time. Because he's already had his rabies vaccines. I think he's had both of those, as far as I know. I hate bangs. This is why I hate bangs. See? I think he's already had all the rabies vaccines, and I don't think he's supposed to get another one for a year. I could be mistaken, but I think he will be caught up on everything, hopefully. See why I hate bangs? This is it. This is it right here. Dork. It's like so dumb. Oh, God. Anyway, I've gone on for 18 minutes. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have talked so much, but I was wanting to show you my fruit and talk about it, and I don't know how I got off on all this other junk that I did. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a fabulous day, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and I will see if I can find one of them little things I was talking about and show it to you. So, anyway, have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later.